This is recording number fucking 2355, I guess. So we got a leakage of more cards, and the only card I'm really excited about that's now leaked is Necrovalley. If a lot of my friends know, my friend Sushi knows, as well as like three of my other friends, two of my other really good close friends know as well that I am a huge Gravekeeper player. I was my first, guess you could say, competitive deck I've ever decided to play. Even though at the time it wasn't really competitive, it was more for fun. And now we have this. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very happy about this. Knowing how overly powered this card is, now with its effect, how its new effect is, well, technically new. Just one little added thing to this. I want to go ahead and start it off. You obviously we have Necrovalley, Monsters Gate, and then Tsushima. I'll go ahead and go off with Necrovalley's ult effect. Still getting this by the way. It is all Gravekeepers. Monsters gain 500 attack and defense. Cards in either player's graveyard cannot be banished. Negate any effect that would move a card in the graveyard other than itself to a different place. And then you have Monsters Gate, which is tribute one monster. Then you would mill cards in the top of the deck until you mill a monster that can be normal summoned and special summoned, or normal summon / set special summon it. It will also be sent to the send. Also, the other cards that you sent to the graveyard by milling will stay in the graveyard. And then to Siami, its effect is cards cannot be special summoned during the end phase of the turn. This card is normal summoned or flip summoned. Return it to the hand when this card is normal summoned face up. Target one monster and monster on the field and change it to face down defense position. Let's move on to it though. The only thing in here that Pacific talks about is Necrovalley's new effects. Obviously you guys know French is considered with TCG. As well in French, the effect in French the new effect is are the text in the French version follows the Japanese text and rulings that were updated that this guy posted in a previous article. The Necrovalley's French text is roughly Graveyard monsters with 5. It's basically all the same thing. Only difference is that it can't even move itself from the graveyard either. As text stated right here, this means cards can no longer move themselves out of the graveyard by their own effects, preventing things like glow up light bulb, dark world monsters. Little more into that, as well as barrage can't bring itself back from the graveyard. As well as Lamia can't bring itself can't move itself from the graveyard. What's another one that can't move itself from the graveyard? Like Necro Slime and Swirl Slime, they can't move themselves from the graveyard now. But as well as the rest of this does say the same thing. The only added on text to this is negate any cards that would change the types and effects of the types or attributes in the graveyard. So, for example, I believe it was Buster Dragon that changed anything from the graveyard. I believe it was, I don't remember. But I know there's a certain card out there that changes the attribute or the type. I think it was the type from the graveyard, which this was a card that sat there and did, and that's gonna change something. I don't know if it's something different, yada yada yada, whatever the case may be. But yeah. But as far as this is not a confirmed English text, we don't know if this is the main thing. But as far as I'm concerned, we are going to be getting this old effect back. This was talked about previously, like maybe a couple of months ago, before Zodiacs even came back out, or Zodiacs became a thing. This was very talked about. So yeah, I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited to see what happens with this. Um, Moving on, we'll talk about a little bit about the cards and what they can probably present to us. Monsters Gate, this will not really work out if you're if you're going against Necrovalley, because once you mill and it's all sent to the graveyard, they're not allowed to come back. I just pressed something by accident. I pressed the tribute. Let me go back. That really won't work for us for this, I guess. But in some ways, I could see this being effective in certain decks. I know what's a deck that can abuse the hell out of this. You have decks like I don't know what deck can really abuse this really. That will be all really effective. Guess Zuyax can abuse this a little bit, I guess. Well, not abuse it, but I can use it. I don't see what decks can really use this unless the newer format, when the newer format that comes out is gonna abuse this, I guess. Tsuyomi. I don't see this card being effective with its effects. I think the only decks I can really see this be effective with is decks like mainly Ghost Tricks. I guess I could say Yusenju's could probably this could probably fit in with Yusenju's popping itself back to the hand. There's a lot of cards. I just like a very few decks I can really use this card. It's a spellcaster, which is nice. But other than that, I don't see it really being that effective in a lot of decks. If you couldn't tell, they can't really change his name that much to a different name, as well as for Italians and German. Italian and German. French says the same thing, so does English. Japanese says the same thing. And base, and then kana, and this is Romeji. Yeah, Romeji. I guess this cannot be translated into English nor Spanish or whatever. I don't see a very good effect. I don't see how effective this would be, to be honest. I'm sorry, I just don't. But that's really it. That's all I really want to talk about. I'm very excited for this because there could possibly be more Gravekeeper support maybe in the near future, hopefully. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what comes up from this. I believe this should be the last of what's going to be shown. Maybe it depends on what else could be coming in from the set. As far as I'm concerned, yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this. Necrovalley specifically. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. This is all I really have for today's video. Maybe if there's other stuff coming in, hopefully. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.